It's been a massive month of June for Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs on the recruiting trail. The past 2 weekends, they've hosted top targets on official visits, and this upcoming weekend is no different. There are going to be multiple 5-stars on campus, and the Georgia staff is looking to take the lead, hopefully, for a lot of these guys. Of course, that's what this video is all about. I'll be breaking down who's coming to Athens on an official visit this weekend, where the Bulldogs stand in their recruitment, and a lot more. And the first guy I want to talk about is Richard Young out of Lehigh Senior High School in Florida, arguably the top running back prospect across the country in the 2023 class. He has power, speed, he's explosive, he breaks tackles. Just watching the film, I mean, he's running away from guys, running through guys. I think Alabama and Ohio State are probably the two teams out in front of Georgia right now for Richard Young, but he's a guy who's been on campus multiple times. They've been recruiting him hard for a while now. He was in Athens, I believe, in April, and he's gonna be back for an official visit. So definitely a big time prospect to know, big time running back to know. But again, I think they have some work to do with him. Justice Haynes, the in-state running back, a guy I've talked about for a while now. I think Georgia leads for him, and he told me that if he were to jump aboard, he would be the only guy they take. Not sure if I believe that or not, because I think that Georgia should take 2 running backs in each class. Richard Young is definitely a guy who I think is going to have a big impact no matter where he signs at the next level. Right now, I would give Alabama the edge, but this is a weekend for Dell McGee, Kirby Smart, and everyone to roll out the red carpet in hopes of landing him, because he is an elite talent. And they recruit the state of Florida very, very well. And this is a guy who they've had on their radar, for years now, since he was coming up through middle school and high school. So definitely a prospect to know. But I think Georgia is behind Alabama and maybe Ohio State for them, so definitely one to watch. Another 5-star on campus this weekend, James Smith, on an official visit. Big 6'5", 310-pound monster interior defensive lineman, one of the best in the country out of Montgomery, Alabama. This is a guy who doesn't talk much about his recruitment at all. He doesn't talk a lot about visits, where he likes, but I've been told that Georgia sits in a really, really good spot for Smith, who is just a game wrecker on the interior and the defensive line, gets in the backfield with ease, gets after the quarterback, moves really well for someone 310 pounds. There's a reason he is a top 10 prospect in the country and arguably the #1 defensive line prospect in the entire 2023 class. I was told that he and teammate Kwei Russell, who I'm going to talk about in just a minute, were FaceTiming Kirby Smart and Trey Scott during the NFL draft when they just saw defender after defender go and picked in the first round. So these are the guys that they're targeting. They're saying, hey, we can develop you. We can make you a first rounder as well. And again, I think this is a Georgia-Alabama battle. I think Auburn's trying to get in the mix, but these prospects aren't going to Auburn if they have an offer from Georgia and Alabama, unless they really think they can play day one. And their biggest reason for attending a school is playing time. But right now, Georgia's coming after him hard. Alabama's coming after him hard. And I think Georgia absolutely has a shot to steal him away from Alabama. The same with Kwei Russell, 6'3", 225-pound edge defender, over 160 tackles, I believe. 17 sacks, 24.5 tackles for loss, I believe. I mean, this guy was as productive as it gets off the edge. Explosive pass rusher, quick off the ball, does everything well. And he's a guy that Kirby Smart has had his eye on for a long time. I mean, these two, they're not just a priority for Trey Scott. Kirby Smart has been involved with both of these guys, and he's looking to get 2 of the best in the country and steal them away from Alabama right under their nose out of Montgomery. So 2 big-time defenders, 2 of the best in the country, and I think Georgia has a real shot of getting both. I think they have a better shot of getting Russell right now, just knowing what Georgia's done with their edge defenders, getting after the quarterback. They've been so successful, and whoever plays there at Georgia ends up doing very, very well and becomes a major NFL pick. So these 2 guys, again, they don't talk much about their recruitment, but Georgia is absolutely in the thick of it. And I think Georgia could take the lead and maybe get a comfortable lead with both of them after a successful official visit this weekend. Not sure when either one are going to make a commitment. Not sure if there's a timeline yet, but I think Georgia is going to try to win them over this weekend, seal the deal, and get them on board as quickly as possible. So 2 outstanding defenders, James Smith, 5-star defensive lineman, Kwei Russell, borderline 5-star edge defender. I like where Georgia sits right now with both of them going into their official visit. Now, Daniel Harris is a defensive back. Again, out of the Miami area, 4-star kid. Fran Brown, Georgia's defensive backs coach, has been in on him for a long time, since he was at Rutgers. It was one of his first offers, so he's known Coach Brown for a while, and he's put Georgia in an excellent position. He's taken official visits to Ohio State and Michigan recently, and I think he has one to Penn State coming up. But 6'2", 175 pounds. He's got length, he's got size, and he knows how to run. He's technically sound. I think this is a guy that Georgia would love to bring into the fold. I've said all spring that I think Georgia probably leads here, and I still kind of feel that way. I don't know exactly how his official visits went. I'm sure he's off, visit highs from Ohio State for sure, and probably Michigan. But again, I think Georgia could take the lead again, if they don't have it right now, with a big successful official visit this weekend. So Daniel Harris, long athletic cornerback from the Miami area, definitely one to keep an eye on, who has been towards the top of Georgia's defensive backboard all spring, from what I've been told. So this is a key official visit for them, and I think he's a guy who might want to make a decision this summer. If all these guys have taken their official visits, I don't see many of them dragging the process out too much longer into the fall. Daniel Harris is a guy who I think will make a decision this summer after he takes these official visits, and I think he has just 2 more: Georgia this weekend, and I believe Penn State the following weekend. And then I think he might make a decision sooner than later. Really like where Georgia sits going into this official visit, and I'm sure they're going to sit in a great spot on Sunday and Monday after the visit. Wide receiver Keem Williams, he's another guy, one of the best in the country, out of Fort Lauderdale. 6'3", 200 pounds, sure-handed, big-bodied receiver. I believe he's high on Georgia's board, but I think Texas A&M is the team to look out for here. I think they're the team to beat right now, coming off a visit to College Station recently. But with a big official visit, if things go well, I think Georgia could try to climb back into the thick of it. Definitely one to watch. He's a big play waiting to happen, over 20 yards per reception. I think he had 40 grabs for close to 800 yards and 11 touchdowns last year. So you turn on the film and he really impresses. He's one of the best in the nation for a reason. I think Georgia has been high on his list, but right now I do think they're behind Texas A&M, maybe Ohio State as well as ahead of Georgia. So we'll see. If they knock this visit out of the park, I think Georgia's going to be right back into the thick of it. So those are 5 guys that I have my eye on who will take official visits to Georgia. There's going to be more visitors as well, but if you want the latest on them, you're going to have to go over to DAWGSTRUCTION. We've got recruiting updates coming left and right, 7-on-7 tournaments, camp, different camp type of stuff, padded camps. I'm going to have as much info for you as I possibly can. And again, both these weekends in June so far have been monster weekends as far as official visits. And this weekend, as you can tell, multiple 5-stars in town. So make sure you stay tuned to DAWGSTRUCTION for the latest. I'm going to have as many updates as I can on these guys next week. So make sure you're on the website, guys. Thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I will see you over on DAWGSTRUCTION.